Chapter 6, Part 3, Segmentation Steps and Targeting. Okay, so here are the steps in the segmentation process. First, you select your product or market or category. Then you list the potential needs of the market. Then you choose your segmentation bases. Then you select your segmentation descriptors. You profile your segments. You identify the determining dimensions and the qualifying dimensions, and you name and select the target segments. And we're going to go through each of the steps now using an example. Okay, number 1, select a market or product category for study. It's like selecting the orange from the fruit bowl that you want to eat. Okay, so when you choose a market to study and segment, so let's say we are a new food and beverage retailer from South Africa and want to decide which segment of the market to target. Our name is Think Food. Okay, so we have our chosen market, we have our food and beverage services, and what we want to do is we want to offer food and beverage services in the engineering building. So our chosen market is food and beverage services, and we want to offer it in the engineering building at CPUT. Okay, so number 2, list the potential needs in the market or product category. So what are some of the needs of students who go to class in the engineering building at CPUT? And basically it's a brainstorming session where we identify as many needs as possible, and we identify the reasons why consumers buy certain products. The list must be as big as possible, emphasizing needs, benefits, and satisfaction. Okay, so if we look at our example of a university canteen, some of the needs include people want to usually eat lunchtime meals. They also want snacks in between, drinks. They want it to be open late, especially for part-time students. They want it to be open early. Let's say they're studying early in the morning, before class, so they want it to be early to get coffee and things like that. They want healthy foods to keep their brain stimulated. Convenience, they want it to be very fast and convenient. And there we go, fast. It wants it to be fast because they only have so much time in between classes. And of course the list, there can be lots more in the list, but this is just a small version of the list. Then step 3 is choosing a basis or bases for segmenting the market. This is when we choose our knife that we're going to use to slice the cake up, or our knives. Okay? There's really no scientific procedure for selecting segmentation variables. It requires a bit of insight and creativity and market knowledge, and the more you do it, the better you become at it. There we go. Select we select which knives we're going to use to slice up the market. A successful segmentation scheme must produce segments that meet all 4 of the segmentation criteria mentioned in section 1. Okay, so if we look at our canteen example, some of the bases we're going to choose. What is the first thing that you will divide the market by? If you had to think about a university canteen, what is the very first thing that you would use? Let's have a look. Think carefully, demographically, about the different types of people that would purchase from a canteen at a university. Think along the lines of demographics. Okay. Benefit. What are their different needs? What are the different people who buy at a canteen? What are their needs? What do they come and purchase products for? Behavioral. Do they have different usage rates? Are there some people who buy more often than others? Psychographic. Would there be any psychographic elements that would impact the segments? Okay, so you would choose your major bases And then step 4, you would select the descriptors. Those are the ones underneath the basis. So you will use one of those, one of the many that are underneath there. Okay, so for example, if demographics is chosen as a segmentation base, the demographic descriptors may be age, occupation, or income. Which one do you think would work for a university canteen? This step should lead to segments that are homogeneous within. In other words, groups that are where everyone in that group is the same. They have very similar characteristics, but the different groups are very different from each other. Okay? So like I gave you an example of the fashion. So all the girls who are between 4 and 8, they all have very similar needs. But their needs are very different to those who are 16 to 18 or 13 to 18. Okay? So demographic. Remember I said that demographically occupation can be either in demographics. Some textbooks put it into the demographic base, whereas others might put it into psychographics. It's up to you which one you want to put it into. I usually put it part of demographics. Okay, so occupation, there are there are people of different occupations at the university. For example, there are students, lecturers, admin staff, cleaners, security guards, and so forth. So firstly, let's divide our market based on occupation. Okay? Then, there are income. Those different groups will have different income levels. Okay, that's also demographic. Then, of course, we have lifestyles. There are different people who eat differently. They have different lifestyle choices when it comes to food. So let's use psychographic. And then benefit. There are people who seek different benefits when it comes to food and drink. And then lastly, usage rate. They will make use of the canteen at different times and different usage rate levels. So as you can see, we already have 5 different segmentation descriptors that we could use to divide the market. But which one are we going to use first and second and third? Well, that's important. Okay, so let's look. Variable 1, we're going to use occupation, and we can divide the market into students, lecturers, and admin staff. Oh, and cleaners, okay? So now we've got 4 segments. So we've taken our occupation knife and we've cut our cake into 4. Then the second variable, we're going to use income. Now we're going to take our 4 slices and we're going to slice them up again. So lecturers, you have 2 different types. You have those who have a high income and those who have a medium income. Then students, you have those who have a medium income and those who have a low income. And admin staff usually have a medium income. Cleaners usually have a low income. So now we have how many segments? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in total. Then the next variable is benefits. Okay, so you have those who want a high quality restaurant style, right? So those are the high income people who want that kind of restaurant vibe where they get served by someone. Medium, all the medium income people will probably just want healthy, quality, home cooked, convenient meals. So they want to go almost like the canteen at the student center where you can buy ready cooked healthy meals there and sit and eat there, but you don't have anyone serving you. And then the low income people will probably just want very affordable fast food and snacks where they can also socialize. Okay? So now we've reduced it back down. Well, if we had to separate it, it would be 6. Well, it would be 3 different segments because we've now made them smaller again by bringing them all together. Okay?